Welcome back to RLCS Overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We just got done talking about the World Championship, giving you a preview of all of the first matches we've got. And now, just for fun, we're going to make some predictions on what's going to happen at this World Championship. I'm going to keep rigorous track of what these guys say so that I can hold them accountable afterwards and make fun of them when they're wrong. Because
what do we get when we win, though? Or when I win? What do I get when I win?
You're not winning.
I'm going to win.
How many times do I have to tell you?
If it's a prediction, then it's going to be based on facts and reality, not whatever you base your judgments on.
I base my judgments on if I think you should win, and you don't deserve to win.
In your opinion.
You'll win about Tree Fitty or something like that. I don't know. We'll go with that. Question number 1. Who will score the most goals at the World Championship?
It's going to be K-Dop. I'm pretty certain. K-Dop, he was the MVP for the European region, and he can, in my opinion, on Precision Z, big factor in their first round win against NRG. K-Dop now coming in on Mach.it, which I think is the favorite to win it all, even though I picked Flipside to win it all. K-Dop's he's gonna light it up.
Wait, what? You picked Flipside.
I do, yeah, I did.
But you think Mach.it's gonna win?
I think they're the favorite.
Goals. I think they're the favorite going into it.
Okay.
I think Mach.it is the favorite, but I think Flipside is gonna win it.
All right, I think it's going to be Garrett G for the reason of I think last LAN he played out of his mind. I think he performed the best under pressure, and I think this is going to be the year NRG finally makes it far. And obviously, who scores the most goals is going to be dependent on if you actually make it really far.
I think we should go on goals per game.
I just want to also point out, okay, goals per game could change this, but this is, I asked the question
whichever one I'm closer on.
Because Northern Gaming Denial and the OCE squads, I'm going to pick up this pen right back up, they all get to play technically one more game than everybody else does. So they have more potential to score more goals. You sure you don't want to change your answers there?
Yeah, goals per game.
Okay.
But even if it's not,
so you're making it so that you win. You're changing the question.
Well, it's the fair thing.
No,
it's the fair
that's not what he asked.
Well,
no. You said K. You can change it if you want.
No, it's fine.
I've already written it down.
Stick with my guns.
Going once, going twice. Sold. James Bott sticks with his answer of K. We'll find out. I bet they're both wrong. Now, question number 2. How far does Northern Gaming make it with Turbo Pulsa?
I think they have the ability to make it relatively far, but my prediction is the 5th, 6th spot. I think they're going to finish around 5th, 6th spot. I don't know how Turbo Pulsa is going to perform because Maestro was such a big part of the offense and really everything for Northern Gaming. So they finished 3rd in the 1st and 2nd World Championship. I think they're going to fall back a little bit to the 5th and 6th spot.
I'm with you. I think there's too many good teams to say they're going to breach that top 4. I think there's too many teams I think they're going to fill those top 4 more confidently than a team that's now using a substitute they didn't use all season until the 3rd place game, which they lost. So I don't think I don't think NRG is going to make, or sorry, NRG. I don't think
NG.
Are they going to do it to the lower bracket? Do they beat NRG, or does NRG move on there? This is all assuming they beat OC.
Flipside knocked out NRG both times, so I don't know. I don't know.
But we're not talking about NRG.
I'm saying because Northern Gaming, assuming they win their match against JM Gaming, then have to face off against NRG next. So who would win?
I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, I'm losing it.
I
need pictures to help me.
Someone quick,
draw me a picture so I can see it. I'm an image kind of guy.
Okay, you both said 5th or 6th. We'll stick with that for now. That makes sense regardless of how they get there. Question number 3, which NA team makes it the farthest? Last season, it was Take 3 against all odds. No one expected them to be the best team that showed up at LAN for North America. So, who is it from NRG this time?
I'm just going to go NRG. I'm going to go with the curveball here, and I'm going to say Selfless.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Denial. I was
no,
like,
no, I'm not.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, Canada's pretty good, but they're not as good as everyone else, I think.
Ooh.
I'm going to get some heat for that.
Oh, that was a gnarly one.
I'm going to get some heat for that
Leaf's going to be in chat just raging.
So you really think that Selfless is going to make it farther than Rogue or NRG?
I do, because in the first World Championship, iBuyPower stunned everybody, winning it all. The second one, Take 3 finished the best out of any North American team. When you make it to the World Championship, things just happen that you don't expect. And I didn't originally expect Selfless to do amazing, but seeing how good Dapper is personally, I think him, Miho, and Timmy, they could do what Take 3 and G2 did, or iBuyPower did in the past seasons, and I'm going to go with them. Why not?
I'm torn between NRG and Rogue. I think I want to stick with my Rogue gun since I've kind of been backing them all season. They've been kind of like my go-to team all season. I do think this is going to be NRG's time to finally break out.
We said that last time.
I did. I did.
I'm saying it this time too.
But But I think Rogue's going to be the one that makes it further. I think in general, just they're kind of their team play style and how fun they can be. I know everybody has mixed emotions on Sizz, mostly in Shaq.
I love Sizz.
Everyone just loves Sizz.
I love Sizz. I hate Sizz.
But I think just in general, just how positive they can be, especially in such a stressful environment, is going to help bring them. That's what happened to Take 3. I think they just had fun, and I think that's a big part of what got them so far. I think the same thing's going to happen with Rogue, but I think they have a little bit more skill on top of that as well.
All right, Selfless and Rogue. I'm predicting NRG to go all the way to win this thing. So obviously, I think they're going to go the farthest. Next question here. I'm going to come to you first on this one, Carpet. Grand Finals matchup. Which two teams is it?
Alpha Sydney and Jam. That was me.
Oh man, imagine if it came down to two OCE
that
teams.
Would be incredible.
That would be amazing.
I wouldn't even be upset.
Long road.
The fact that no matter what an OCE team gets to make it to the finals would be nuts. I want to say, I know Gibbs talking about Market, you talking about Market. I know they were the favorite going into the season, but I really was never that impressed. I think they did really well, but I was never like, oh, this is the team to do it. I think finally towards the end I saw it, but is it enough to prove to me? Probably not, because I like to take the whole story, the whole season, how you performed at the end. I mean, you look at Flipside, if we're just going to take their last 2 weeks, they probably are just done. But I don't think that's true. I think Flipside's too good under pressure, and since I already said I think Rogue's going to go far, Flipside Rogue.
Man,
Interesting.
I like it.
I'm going to go with Mocket and Flipside. I think that's same thing as last season. I know. I'm not really being that creative with my predictions, but I think Mocket is a really, really good team. And again, Flipside, they just refuse to lose.
Yeah,
like they refuse to lose when it matters.
Predicting Flipside to win the whole thing is crazy enough. To like back to predict that they're playing the exact same team
I
two
really
seasons
do.
in a row. That's crazy, man.
It's going to be an intense series.
That's pretty crazy.
And I know it's going to be them. I'll go back and watch this VOD. I'm going to tweet it out and be like, man, I was so right about all my predictions. Feels good.
Well,
I'm going to tweet that clip of you being so wrong. I'm so excited.
He won't need to clip it because we're going to go back on overtime and look at it all. It's going to be great. Next one. This is going to be a fast one. Total number of games won by the OCE region in the whole World Championship.
Yeah, I don't want to be I'm not disrespecting OCE when I'm saying that I don't think they're going to make it to the finals. I just think numerically, with being the minority region by a significant margin, they have the odds stacked against them. I think they still are going to be able to get some games. I think they'll at least pick up 2 games, and Alpha Sydney might be doing that against.
Which means both teams?
Rough.
Both teams only win 2?
Two individual games.
2 individual games. I know it sounds brutal.
James.
I know it sounds brutal, but last season Genesis didn't win a single game in the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Okay? So like it's not unthinkable that a team will show up and not win a single game. So I think winning 2 games for OCE would still be great. To take any games off of teams of this caliber from regions who get to practice way more against better competition because they're out in that OCE region, only 40 million players. They have a lot less people to play against even in matchmaking.
Yeah.
So they're not able to get as great of practice in. So I think 2 games would still be a good amount of wins to get for their first appearance on the world stage.
Now, since I think there's going to be an upset, there has to be at least more than 2 because we're starting off with best of 5, so it's at least 3. I'm thinking that if we see an upset in the first round, I don't think they're going to make it much past that. They need to drop to lower bracket, then maybe win a few games there. I'm thinking more like 6 to 8 games. I think they'd actually take. If I had to give you a definitive number, let's go smack in the middle. Let's do 7 games total.
7's easy.
Only because I think it's going to be really tough to make it past that second round because that's when we already have the best teams in the world. But once you've made it past round 1, now you're at the teams that they either were top seed. Well, they were top seed, right? So once you make it to round 2, it's going to be real tough.
Okay, so this question got asked on the 50-50, but Carpet wasn't answering questions at that point, so I'm going to ask it one more time just to round out the segment, guys. Who is our RLCS Season 3 champion?
It's Flipside.
I figured you were going to say that.
Flipside Tactics. They're going to do it again. Cookser is going to be the MVP.
Okay. Carpet. Who's winning?
Mostly because, at least if James is wrong, we'll both be wrong. I'll go with Flipside too. I think. No, I don't know. Actually, if I at the heart, I think Flipside they really just don't lose. I mean, you said they don't like to lose, and it's so hard to say this is their time to lose because we've seen them come so close so many times. At my heart, I really want to pick either Rogue or NRG because I think now in North America, this is their time. This is their season. At my heart, I'm going to pick one of those 2, but I think statistically, Flipside again.
Flipside Tactics. You heard it here, guys. The panel picking Flipside all the way. I've got my heart set on NRG. I'd be excited to see it, but we will find out the next time we will see you guys will be on June 2nd in LA for the World Championship. It's going to be so exciting. I cannot wait to see how Season 3 concludes. Let's all get there. I don't know what this is, but it's great. It's been a great episode of Overtime. We'll see you guys later.